Mr. Chairman, members of the subcommittee, my name is Tim Baker. I'm the Legislative Campaign Director for the Montana Wilderness Association, and I'm here to testify in support of S-1470, the Forest Jobs and Recreation Act. First, I want to thank Senators Tester and Baucus for their leadership and their vision, and I want to thank the subcommittee for this hearing. The Montana Wilderness Association was founded 51 years ago by Montana hunters, conservationists, and small business owners to conserve Montana's wildlands and wilderness heritage. Today we have 5,000 members, most of whom live in Montana, who remain dedicated to this task. S-1470 is a story. It's a story of Montanans who have come together to roll up their sleeves and to challenge each other to listen to one another. It's a story about building trust, and it's a story about having faith, relentless faith, in the best part of ourselves. For over 25 years, we have fought each other over forest management with no winners. The last time we designated new wilderness in Montana, we used IBM typewriters. Blackberries were for pies, and nobody had ever heard of climate change. A lot has changed since then, and changing times demand that all of us look differently to the future. Montana is changing dramatically. Our world-class fisheries are sliding downward. Our forests are turning red on a scale never seen. Our small timber mills and rural economies are struggling, and more people place more and more pressure on our public lands. Clearly, we all need to look at our issues through a new lens. We can't turn back the clock, but the changes that we see and the current and future impacts of those changes on the place that we love has reshuffled the deck to the point to where we now can come together with a common vision. S-1470 captures that vision. It's a vision of robust working forests, improved fish and wildlife habitat, recreational opportunity, healthy local and rural economies, and permanent protection for our most beloved wild places. If we want collaboration to happen, then everyone has to take some risk, leaving a little of their ideology behind. And that means everyone, not just conservationists, not just the timber industry, not just local elected leaders, but also the agency, the administration, this subcommittee, and the Congress. There's a lot of talk in Washington about working together to solve big problems. Well, many of those folks that are in this hearing room today were doing it, and now we need you to join us. We've checked our ideologies, and we've tempered our fear, and we need you to do the same. Our timber partners are survivors. While other mills have disappeared, they've stayed in the game, and they're leaders in their industry. They know that the very type of restoration work that we're focused on in this bill is part of their future. There's an important role for their work on public lands. We conservationists love to talk about a restoration economy. This is how we step onto that path. S-1470 offers a new and badly needed context for forest management. It forces us to a big view, to look at the forest as a whole, with enough room to meet many needs. Wilderness for the wild backcountry, recreation areas, stewardship areas for management, logs for the mills. And as if that's not enough, there's something bigger going on here. As just one example, I can't count the miles or the evenings that I have spent with Sherm Anderson going to public meetings to defend the work that we're doing together. We've often had to defend each other and to defend each other's perspective, and we're better off for it. Others are here today in this room from Montana who could tell similar stories. You know, when my dad moved to Montana in the late 70s, I asked him why. He didn't hesitate. He said, Montana is a place where an agreement can still rest on a handshake. That said a lot to me then, and it means a lot to me now. Our partnership and the partnerships that are represented by S-1470 rest upon a handshake. The timber partners are more than my partners. They're our friends. We care about them. We care about the future of their mills, and about the communities that they support. It's that simple. We all see change in front of us, and change can either lead us in a bad direction or in a good direction. I'd like to think that in our part of the country, we can still sit down, neighbor to neighbor, put the past behind us, and find solutions. As 1470 tells me that that's so. Thank you.